The Borderlands franchise is a game series oozing zany fun and absolutely insane chaotic combat, amassing a generously sized fanbase that has afforded the title enough success to call for sequels, spin-offs, and prequels. Each Borderlands game feels different enough to be fun, while keeping the vibe fans have come to know and love, bringing in fresh new faces to love or old faces to celebrate the return of. While not every Borderlands game can reach the top, each one of them are deserving of the praise gamers heap on them years after they were released. Hello again, friends, and welcome back to Game Rant. I'm Casey, and this is every Borderlands game ranked. At number 10, we've got Borderlands II VR. Borderlands 2 alone is a fantastic entry in the series, bringing back the familiar feel in gameplay with a whole host of new characters and adventures to dive into on the world of Pandora. And like most games that gain enough notoriety and fans, a VR version was soon put into development and released for PlayStation and PC VR headsets. However, the VR version of Borderlands 2 was not heaped with the praise that the base game was. Some players pointed out a lot of flaws with the VR controls, and the removal of co-op play was seen as a downgrade to hardcore Borderlands fans. But players who enjoyed the second game and are curious to experience it in a VR setting will still find fun to be had here. At number 9, we've got new tales from the Borderlands. Borderlands' foray into the world of episodic games came in the form of Tales from the Borderlands, the fame and popularity of the first quickly resulting in a demand for more. New Tales from the Borderlands was the answer, bringing a new tale as three plucky people named Anu, Octavio, and Fran try to change the world. It lacked a lot of the charm and genuine humor of the original Tales from the Borderlands, resulting in a lot of cringe dialogue and characters that some players could not get invested with. But this episodic game still holds a narrative that players can influence. Hardcore Borderlands fans should still give it a try to experience some more previously untold tales. At number 8, we've got Borderlands 2: Tiny Tina's Assault on Dragonkeep. Combining Borderlands with a rip-off D&D game is something that definitely is a unique idea, and serves as a basis for the standalone DLC campaign, Tiny Tina's Assault on Dragonkeep. While it's an expansion for the second game, its uniqueness definitely means that it's a game in its own right. Tiny Tina takes on the role of Games Master, narrating the adventure as the Borderlands characters players are familiar with play through her game. It continues the looting shooting gameplay, but also brings in some platforming and puzzles, which some Borderlands fans might be unaccustomed to and see as an unwelcome interruption to the expected gameplay. At number 7, we've got Borderlands Legends. Borderlands Legends is a spin-off title most players wouldn't expect, as it brings characters and gameplay fans know and love to the mobile phone platform. Its release coincided with that of the much-anticipated Borderlands 2, which overshadowed the release of this mobile game tie-in. While the gameplay was heralded as fun by many of its players, there was a glaring lack of content which meant that the game could grow stale pretty fast. Nevertheless, it served as a good drop-in, drop-out style game that could definitely help players while away for some hours doing something fun without requiring much thought or concentration on the player's end. At number 6, we've got Tiny Tina's Wonderland. Tiny Tina has become a much-loved character in the Borderlands franchise, bringing some truly fun and unique adventures in her spin-off games that revolve around a fantasy-themed TTRPG a la Dungeons & Dragons. In typical Borderlands fashion, the game features first-person shooting gameplay mechanics, but there are some divergences from the main series, such as the players controlling characters that differ from the Vault Hunters they might expect, with fully realized personalities and unique voice lines. Players can mix and match the characters' abilities and powers, and level them up using hero points. As far as Borderlands games go, Tiny Tina's Wonderlands is a truly unique game that will offer something refreshingly different without being too different from the series they know and love. At number 5, we've got Borderlands III. The much-anticipated Borderlands 3 released in 2019, bringing in a fantastic new story set on the world of Pandora, as well as bringing in a squad of new playable characters and bringing back faces from previous titles such as Sirens, Lilith, and Maya from Borderlands and Borderlands 2 respectively. In this game, players must protect the vaults from the dangerous twins Troy and Tyrene, who are hoping to possess whatever lies in the Great Vault. Fans of the previous Borderlands games will find very little to dislike, as it brings in much-loved gameplay mechanics from previous entries and fan-favorite characters. Though the twins can't match the stage presence of the megalomaniac Handsome Jack, they're still threatening enough for the players to feel the strain of the threat they possess. At number 4, we've got Borderlands The PreSequel. The head-scratchingly named PreSequel is a Borderlands game set between the first and second game, telling a new tale featuring old characters that were non-playable before and bosses that fans might recognize from games they have already played. The game follows the story of Helios employee Jack, yes, that Jack, as he fights to free Helios from the clutches of an enemy faction called the Lost Legion, and also gain access to the vault on Elpis, Pandora's moon, before anyone else does. Borderlands The PreSequel is unique in terms of characters and level design, but the plot and core gameplay mechanics remain the same as previous titles. But if it's not broken, why fix it? At number 3, we've got Tales from the Borderlands. There are very few Borderlands fans who looked at this series and wished it got the Telltale treatment, as the 2K game varies vastly in terms of gameplay from the Telltale's episodic adventures. And yet, that's exactly what fans got in the form of Tales from the Borderlands. It came as a pleasant surprise with a fascinating story to follow, a colorful cast of characters, and plenty of Borderlands-esque humor to enjoy. Tales from the Borderlands put players into the shoes of Rise, a Hyperion employee, and Fiona, a con woman. Along with Vaughn and Sasha, they find themselves thrown together in unlikely partnerships to hunt vaults and survive. At number 2, we've got Borderlands. The game that started it all, the very first Borderlands. Released in 2009, it was a truly one-of-a-kind cyberpunk game that laid the groundwork for the games that would follow. From the playable 4 main characters, each a unique class with their own abilities, and the stories of vault hunters scouring Pandora and other planets in hopes of hunting down one of the elusive vaults. In the distant future, megacorporations fight for control of planets to mine them of their resources, with Atlas in the lead after they uncovered a vault filled with alien technology that put them ahead in the tech race. Now everyone is searching for these vaults, including the 4 playable characters Lilith, Brick, Mordecai, and Roland. And taking our spot at number 1, Borderlands 2. Borderlands laid down the groundwork, but Borderlands 2 perfected it. Hailed as one of the greatest games in the entire series, it's no surprise as to why. Though it does bring back very familiar stories with a vault in need of looting and old settings in the form of the world of Pandora, it brought in one of the game's greatest villains in the form of Handsome Jack. Though not the protagonist himself, he definitely outshines the hero with his stage presence and charisma. 5 years after the events of Borderlands, Pandora is known under the iron fist of Handsome Jack, who rules it from his space station Helios. Rumors have started circling about a large vault, and now it's a race to see who can find it and plunder its contents first. Thrilling, fast-paced, and action-packed, Borderlands 2 is everything a Borderlands game should be. And there you have it, folks, every Borderlands game ranked. Let us know in the comments which one of the Borderlands games was your favorite. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and as always, be sure to visit GameRant.com for more top-notch gaming content. I hope you all enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll catch you in the next video. Take care for now.